I hear two of you.
It is the year 2119. The mega corporations hold New Europe in their grip, and the metropolis spanning AI Gaia keeps the peace. Keeps the atmospheric processes going. You don't hear Chrono now. Oh, God. Oh.
What? No.
No, hang on. Okay.
No.
Do people hear me now? No.
I can hear you on Twitch.
Wait, hang on.
They can hear you.
Right, okay. We'll start that
no
again.
More buns.
Okay, it was lag. Oh, okay. Take two.
At least.
It is the year 2119. The mega corporations hold New Europe in their grip, and the metropolis spanning AI Gaia keeps the peace. Keeps the atmospheric processes going. Keeps the wheels of economic prosperity rolling, in theory. But the gulf between theory and practice in the 22nd century leaves a lot to be desired. And from secret and not so secret bases around the continent-sized city, mercs of all temperaments try to claw something, anything, back from the forces and circumstances arrayed the folk against the folks on and under the streets. Welcome back to the near-future dystopia of the Gaia complex, and welcome to Hint Plays. I'm Chrono Magistrate, and I'll be your games master today for session 3 of Took a Midnight Train. With me tonight are Nightbite.
Hello there.
Druddup.
Hello there.
Shard Angel.
Hi.
And Serigel.
Hey.
Hint Plays is a channel for RPGs and tabletop gaming of many stripes, featuring players from Hobby Gamers International, a convivial conclave of folks from around the world. We generally run games on a 3-week rotation, with varied casts of players and GMs on both Saturdays and Sundays, along with occasional specials, online board games, and general chats about gaming. But before we start, a little bit of housekeeping. This is my first time running this system and setting, so please bear with me if I don't immediately know a rule or have to go and look something up. This will be especially relevant when we come to complex situations like combat or hacking. The idea here isn't to be rules perfect, or to broadly keep the action and the story going as necessary. Secondly, this is a dark and violent setting. Unpleasant situations and descriptions may arise in the course of the game. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or feel like you need to dip out on occasion, please feel free to do so at any time. The players and I have been through a safety briefing prior to the campaign start, where we ensured that we are aware of what boundaries and limits we have, and the sorts of directions that the game can and cannot, will and will not go. We're also using various safety tools, including the X systems and lines and veils for certain topics. So, who are our mercenaries? Shard, why don't you start to tell us about Vault?
I will. First, though, I do want to make a potential suggestion edit to your opening line. Instead of convivial conclave of people or folks, how about convivial conclave of creatures? Like, do the full alliteration.
I will add that in.
I'm playing Daria Morgan, known as Vault. She is a data dealer, so unlike dealing drugs or tech, she handles information and secrets for various people in order to control situations, influence events, etc. It is one of the harder ones to do, but also probably one of the more I can't think of the word for money.
Valuable?
Valuable, yes.
Lucrative.
Lucrative, that's the word. Thank you. Vault is a feral, and also happens to have an animal that she has, what's the skill called again? Melded with. What did I name the raven again?
Ash.
Yeah, I am. Ash. Raven named Ash. It's just a common raven. It doesn't stand out. It's very, very low key because Ash is part of how she keeps information locked down. But she doesn't use a lot of, well, any cyber at all. And she doesn't ever meld with Ash. just save for the first time to make the connection.
So,
Thank you. And Drut, tell us about Demon.
Demon, aka Lilith Lewis, which is, as far as anyone's concerned, is her real name. Her real name is actually Daniela Foscani. I'm building a list. Is a core hacker. Sorry, apologies for the voice today. It's in and out. And this means that she is excellent at molesting the core systems and electronic systems for their contents, data security, and is generally capable of messing with anything of a technical nature that isn't implanted in a person.
And speaking of which, Serigel, why don't you tell us about Silver?
Silver is a cyberdoc. He appears to be more interested in tech than people. He is always late, and he has a not so subtle cyber arm with weapons slightly concealed, but it looks pretty mean.
Cool. And Nightbites, can you tell us about Korax?
I'm playing Arlo Bourbon, better known as Korax. They are a feral, which means, as with Volt, they have a affinity with animals and an ability to meld with them. Korax is a surveillance and tracking specialist, with occasional side ventures into theft, using drones and their companion, an owl, to follow, track, find, and steal things.
We would never steal anything.
Oh, I absolutely would.
Looks at the 2 metal boxes full of chemicals that we're currently hijacking.
So, who'd care to recap what happened last time?
Somebody who can talk.
Well,
Clearly.
after finishing scoping out and waiting for an entire shift, we decided to go ahead as soon as the shift change happened because there was less security that we noticed because more left than went in. Demon, with the help of Ash, got to the fence and hacked the camera to allow for a range that we could get through, setting it up, and then went and did the same thing to another camera so that she could then go to the central pylon and take control of all of the outside cameras in that section so that we could just walk in the door. We waited for the drone security to come out of the garage and immediately toddled in under the door, and then screwed up the charging station so that when the drone docks again, it fries itself. So far, so good. We're fairly competent and intelligent team. We got in, there's corridor, there's doors. We decided to try the first door, which happened to lead downstairs. So it's not just a 2-story building, it's also got a basement, or at least a small basement. We got through there. The first door was a magnetic lock door, or was it the second one that was magnetic lock? Either way, we opened up the doors and discovered basically a lab/workshop area with a walled off or a curtained off wall on one side, racks of electronic equipment, some weird looking electrical light lamps on a desk, and a door leading into a biohazard room. The lamps apparently emit various colored lights in a very specific pattern that can be changed or programmed in. So there were ideas thrown around of potential hypnosis/mind control. And then we opened up the biohazard room and found the chem that we're looking for. It's a a concrete chemical that can either firm up or destabilize concrete, depending on how it's mixed, which we don't really know how to use. We also found 3 different types of medical chem, sedative, stimulant, and truth serums, which we are also taking with us. Unfortunately for us, this is the side part of the gig. This is not the thing that's going to net us the money. It's just going to net us some. We need to disrupt the operations of this organization. To that area, our friend Korax, since we were all searching the other stuff, decided to go and look behind the curtain to see if there was an old man there playing with us.
Exactly.
And found a door with a window.
You never look behind the curtain.
And then behind the door, looking through the window, Korax saw a humanoid body lying on a pallet in a room, which didn't get described more than that before cliffhanger. Was that a decent summary?
That was a very good summary. Well done. You managed to get all the relevant points across. We come back with yes. 2 of you at least are in the chemical storage room of the basement, faced with, as I said, a box with some medical chemicals on one shelf, 2 steel boxes that are labelled with the name of the chemical that you were asked to steal on another shelf. There are also a couple of plastic boxes on the ground, and also on the other side of the room, Korax having found this door into what seems to be a holding cell.
With the chemical, I believe that Demon had already started piling them into large pockets because big jacket with lots of pockets, correct?
Well, depends which ones. The clear plastic one which had the medical vials. There were I can give you. There are 2 vials of stimulant, 1 vial of sedative, and 1 vial of truth serum. That box can probably be easily slipped into a pocket.
Okay.
The other 2, whilst they are small boxes, they are steel and they look heavy.
Right.
Demon, you will also see that on the front of them there is a chip lock.
Oh, is there now?
So these are lock boxes that are designed that a chip with the correct code is needed to be inserted in order to unlock it.
Okay. Can I? Sorry, excuse me one more. Hem. Sorry, these guys know for the benefit of the tape. However, I'm getting over a chest infection, so my voice keeps blurging. Can I attempt to spoof the chip, making use of something like skeleton key? Not skeleton key. Drill bit. Or decrypt.
Let me have a look. Which page? Decrypt is on 190 something.
Decrypt is. Oh, why aren't you line breaking, please, sir? Word wrap. That's our friend. Decrypt 2.0 is in the base rule book, page 188. Drill bit is mostly for code walls, but I'm not sure if that counts.
Yeah, no, this won't count as a code wall.
Okay, so yeah, 188 then. Also like to say, Gaia Complex has the best looking rule books in a while.
And they're clean and well laid out.
Oh yeah, no argument. I'm happy with them.
Okay, I will say if you have decrypt on a chip that you have set up for this purpose, then yes, you can.
Okay, so I'd have to chip burn it.
Yeah. So
okay,
depends on whether or not you have done that already. But if not, then you'll have to wait until you can.
Right, I would actually have to do that. Okay. The trouble is, I was so low on money.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I bought any chips. Hang on. Horrible feeling I didn't. Oh, for heaven's sake. No. So not prepared, but if I
Yeah.
can get hold of a chip, then I can
Yeah. You also
finagle it.
realise, you also know that because of the physical nature of these locks as well, you won't be able to hack it because there's literally nothing to get
Yeah.
to grips with.
Yeah,
The
not a
alternative
problem.
the alternative is trying to physically force it open, but that might not go well.
It's so in terms of the chip, it's probably a chip that's activated by frequency as keycard is close to it.
No, it's
Okay.
as in the code, the unlock code is literally on a chip that you would put in,
Okay.
like almost like a credit card or a key card lock. It's a different way of having the input.
Okay. So if Demon had a port that was able to go into where that chip card goes, could try running through multiple codes and finding it, but that's
My
a
deck will let me
long-term
write
process.
chips.
Yeah.
My deck will let me write chips. My neural
Okay.
deck. It's just I literally don't have any
No.
spare chips.
Like these are
Oh.
the connector here it's not a standard jack connector. It's yeah.
It's basically I'm sat here with USB-C
Yes.
and I need a USB-A drive.
Okay, so it's not
Plug
just any
in.
normal data chip
No,
because
no.
I've got a handful of data chips on me. So
No, it's probably not. I'm going to stop pushing now
Yeah.
and let the GM get back to actually
That's fine.
inflicting the plot on us.
So, there are those with that. One thing I forgot to say last session. Did Demon look at the palm lamps as
I
well?
believe she did.
Okay, because I realised you on your character sheet you have the interrogate skill.
I do.
Which means that you will recognise what has been done to them, and yes, you are broadly all right. Yeah, the colour and pattern programming that has been done to these lamps is used for interrogative purposes.
Yeah.
They are used to try to elicit certain brain states that would make an interrogee, captive, victim, more
victim,
pliable
it's-
or receptive to the
Yeah.
questioning.
These are these are definitely designed to suppress your resistance
Yes.
and make you more compliant.
are they worth
At
anything?
least in theory.
In theory, they work. If they don't work on someone, it gives them a bad migraine.
No, I meant are they valuable to steal and sell?
Oh, yes, almost certainly. I mean, they're just basically lamps, but it's the programming that's the important bit. And we could duplicate the programming, then you could frankly start selling lamps, the lighting set up with the interrogation program installed.
So if we can, it wouldn't be a bad idea to grab one on our way out.
Yep.
Okay.
Demon planning a lineup on, yes. Interrogation tools for the discerning captain.
Given the nature of one thing I will say, given the nature of the setting and such, please do make careful notes of anything that you take from a scene or such, including cyberware or such, because all of that generally will count towards things you can sell or such above and beyond what you are getting for the mission.
Yeah.
You are mercs. I mean,
Yes.
it is the D&D style of almost loot everything, but I will say that because people can forget that a large chunk of money in cyberpunk settings does come from what you loot.
We're already breaking and entering and already stealing some things. Why not steal other things?
Well, I guess it's loot goblin to what your conscience and your character's your character's conscience. I should not use the word conscience in this, should I?
Probably not.
So somebody once told Demon she had a conscience. She had a look, she couldn't find it, and she thinks they're probably wrong.
Fair. So, what else do you want to do down here?
Sorry.
Hey, Corax, what do you see?
Nothing of importance to the mission. There's a body in there. Might be alive, might not be. It's none of our business. We'll leave them to it. I reckon we get what we came for, do something to mess with their operations, and then bug out.
I agree.
I'd like to look behind the curtain because if nothing else, I would like a record of the face of the guy, of the dead, the possibly dead person.
Okay.
For posterity, since I do have recording equipment in my cane, I'll go and use my cane on the window to look through. And no light though.
No, I mean there is so when you look through the window in this steel door, you see there's basically institutional blue LED lighting that is at a low level to be able to see into the room. It looks like literally a section of the basement had been walled off and secured as some kind of holding facility. There is a thin a small pallet with a thin mattress on it, on which the body is kind of like laid out, curled up on their side facing the wall, so you can't see a face. You would estimate it to be a figure that is somewhere in the region of 5'7" to 6 foot. If they weren't slightly curled up on themselves, they're dressed in like battered fatigues almost, and a t-shirt which has probably seen better days.
Any cybernetics that are visible, or tattoos or markings?
You can't see any because you can't see any skin.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, t-shirt. Yes, you can. Sorry, you can see the upper arm, but no markings that you can see or cyberware from your location. The only other thing in the room is a small bottle of water, or what looks like water, next to the pallet.
Yeah, let's go get those chem. And how do we want to disrupt operations here?
Do you think do you think if this person is important enough to be interrogated and held prisoner, that stealing them might disrupt their operations?
It would disrupt something. I mean, they've got the person here for some reason or other.
Yeah. I mean, either stealing them or putting a bullet in their brain would do it, but stealing them might give us more information.
Yeah.
That
Definitely.
depends on the state that they're in and if they can walk, let alone hampering us with other stuff. A person isn't going to be important to an entire operation.
That's actually a character.
I wouldn't necessarily go so far as to say that, Volt. I would suggest that the projectile retirement option wouldn't hamper their operations much. But if we were to take them with us and ask them a few questions, we might learn something useful that could impede their operations.
Exactly.
That's a fair point.
And the more disruption, the better. Frankly, the more information, the better.
If they can't wake up and aren't cooperative in terms of leaving with us, how are we carrying?
We just pick them up. They don't look that big.
You're gonna pick them up then.
None of us are particularly strong.
In these heels.
I mean, it was your idea.
Your reputation.
Yeah. I got a Kirsty McCall song in my brain. Okay, these shoes away.
I mean, that chemical is already decently heavy as it is.
How big are they? Because I thought they were fairly small
Yeah,
containers.
they're small. They're small lot boxes.
Yeah.
Yay! Like you couldn't put them in a pocket,
Right.
but they're like you can like somebody could carry both of them, but you know,
Both hands would be occupied.
well, if you wanted to hold them safely, you could probably carry both of them under one arm.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
Or if you can find a bag or a box to put them in.
Have I got a backpack? Did I actually have enough for a backpack?
Are there any bags around here?
You haven't seen any bags down here. The only thing you have seen that would probably be able to carry them is maybe one of the two plastic boxes that was back in the chemicals room.
Wasn't there a tool bag in the by the charging station, or am I hallucinating that?
There were mechanics bags there, yes.
Yeah.
They
Oh, in
would
that
hold-
case, we can use those.
Okay.
They're not far, are they?
Just be careful of the timing of the drone coming back and frying itself.
Yeah.
Alternatively, I've got some climbing equipment. We can use the rope from that to make a shoulder sling.
Cool.
That would probably be quicker and easier right now. So, are we taking this person with us?
The simplest thing would be to look at those boxes, dump whatever's out in them, and use those. But you know,
3 solutions to any problem.
Yeah.
The one you think of, the one you expect them to do, the one the players come up with.
The half a dozen different ones that the players come up with. Yeah.
In the meantime,
yes.
how are we doing on my timer for when the drone is on its route? Because I was timing its
Yes. Okay.
patrols earlier. So
1, 3. It returned at 3:20. You are still. By the time you're through doing this, it's probably coming close to 4 a.m. So you're still a good hour away before it needs to go back out.
right.
But you reckon it's about the time that the next guard and dog patrol is going to be going out.
Okay. Right. Okay, that's fine.
Is the steel door a digital lock or a mechanical lock?
It is. It is an electronic lock.
If we're doing this, it's on you, Demon.
Yeah, electronics. Okay.
Yep.
Because it ain't core hacking.
Nope, it is electronics. So
Yep.
I am going to ask for a roll for this one.
Yep. Equal to or less than 9.
Yep.
For this is the thing I am good at. That's a 1 and a 9.
Okay, that is a success. You managed to open the door without too much trouble. It did seem it was quite complex, but not to one of your skill. So yeah, the door is open. I seem
Sling
a little bit
away.
quiet. Okay, I will bump my volume up a little bit then. Hopefully that's a bit better, Dav.
Everybody's got their own mixers.
Okay, do let me know if that's better, worse, too loud now, or anything like that. I'm trying to balance it against the players, but you know, audio, hooray!
Audio hooray. Brought to you by Nabisco. No, wait, hang on.
So yes, you now have an open door to this cell.
I'm going to. How big are the lamps? Because I didn't think they would vary.
The ones on the desk,
Yeah.
large, basically large palm size. So you would basically They're designed to be like operated like
Oh,
that
those
sort of
easy
thing.
fit in a pocket.
I'm just thinking, yeah, I've got 2 pockets on
Yeah.
my leather jacket.
Yeah.
I'm just going to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
and sling
Those
while
you
they're
can,
sorting
yeah.
out they're sorting out rigging a stream for the
Mhm.
rigging a stream. God, I'm obsessed with stream now. Rigging a sling for El Captivo. I am going to 1/2 inch the lights and
Mhm.
I'll stick them in my pockets.
Okay. You can easily do that. So.
So, what are we needed to roll against, if at all, to take climbing equipment and turn it into a shoulder sling / carrying strap for the boxes?
What sort of skills do you have?
Ooh, I have not a lot that indicates rope use.
You've got climbing.
I do have climbing, yes.
You have climbing, so you've got athletics.
I've got that too.
You've
Yep.
got reflexes of 7. I'm saying you can jury rig a sling for boxes pretty easily.
Okie dokie.
You may not want to go, leaping over tall fences with them, but you might require a reflex check if you're going to do that. But yeah, you at least for something carrying around while you're here, you reckon
Cool.
you can jury rig that, no problem.
Okay. Sweet.
Okay. So I will note down my larceny. Back to you, larceny. Sorry.
Another late arrival at the crime at the
Yes.
criminal's ball.
At the criminal's ball, yes. But right now, otherwise another town to say that these gentlemen are tough. Right. Mind control.
So,
Interrogation lamps.
what do you wish to do now? How do you wish to proceed?
Okay.
You have the open door to the cell. You have the
Yeah.
open door to the chemicals room. You have the door leading back up to the main building.
Given the med chem that was in the bio closet,
Mhm.
they might be tranked up. I could try to wake them up and see if they're able to walk.
I'm just wondering, how complicated would it be to mess with some of the things in the chemicals rooms so that we were mixing some of the things that say absolutely do not mix and leave them next to, say, I don't know, ventilation grill?
Well, in terms of things that were on the shelves, the only things that were on the shelves were those 2 steel lockboxes with the chemical additives, with the concrete additives,
Yeah.
and the box with the couple of vials of medical stuff. There was no other chemicals that you could see in the room unless there were
Okay.
some in those boxes.
I'm thinking that the concrete chemical is a very specialized one that's hard to get. That's why they're storing it down here versus other stuff they might be using, along with the chemicals used for interrogation.
We haven't encountered anything like, oh, I don't know, clean this cupboard.
No, if there is,
No-
it's not
no-
down here.
No bleach and ammonia to mix together.
There may be somewhere in the building.
The toilet provision in this block is ridiculous. I
To
mean,
be
between
fair,
that and the cell.
You haven't gone looking for.
We haven't really explored much, really.
No.
This was like right off the bat going in, like,
Yeah.
jackpot, let's get out of here. No.
Look, if you want to take the goods and go home now, you are more than welcome to.
But I really think we can do more damage.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Oh, almost
I
certainly.
am a
Your player
fan of
characters.
finding the server room. I want to find the server room. There's a lot of damage there.
Yeah. Damage, data, profit. Delete as applicable. Oh,
Hey,
and
you're
that.
not the only one that likes to steal things.
Yep. I'm sat here going, well, I haven't yet used skeleton key. the juicy bone drill bit. I'm curious. I want to see them working live.
And hopefully,
We also have that. I forgot to mention. We also have that tablet that basically has all of the active cameras,
you do.
so we can see where things in certain places where people are moving if they're moving.
Yeah, this is true. Okay, so shall we try and find the server room?
Should we just leave this person here and come get them on our way out?
Are they conscious?
I didn't check yet.
Well, that strikes me as the first thing we do.
I will go check. I wanted to ask before I went and woke them up.
Don't necessarily
I'll-
have to wake them up. Just are they conscious now?
I'll walk over and watch to see if I can see any breathing, any slight movement of actual
Sure.
slow breathing.
You have medical, don't you? You have the medical skill.
I believe. Yes, I do.
And what is your brains?
5.
Without a closer examination, you can tell that they are alive and that they
Okay.
are unconscious.
Can I go
Well,
and
they're-
check as well?
You can
Yeah.
if you like.
Person
Yep.
who actually knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And what is your brains? Because I know you've got the medical skill.
8, and medical's my specialisation. I don't know if that does anything else, but
It will help in terms of if you do need to make a skill roll.
yeah, that's what I thought.
However, yeah, you doing a better look at said person. Are you going to try and turn them over, or
Yeah, I'm not scared of the body.
okay? So yes, you have got a male figure that now that you've turned them over and can see, yeah, it's about 5'10". Would have been well built, but he's looking a bit not emaciated is the wrong word, but he's definitely been missing some meals. He looks badly treated. He's got bruising across the top of his, like you can see around the collar, his collarbones and such, and there is some bruising on his cheeks. He's got like what you would estimate as 5 or 6 days of beard growth. He is unconscious, and you can tell that he has been drugged. That it is a stupor from having been drugged. So he is not going to wake up very readily unless you either
Give him a stimulant.
you do something medically right now, or you wait a couple of hours for him to wake up.
So I can't see that he's in any like immediate danger then.
No, he has been hurt, he has been beaten up, but he has not been injured. Not like it doesn't look like there's anything like nothing appears. He doesn't appear to have any broken bones. He doesn't appear to have like he's not wincing and he's not like curled up in pain or anything like that.
Okay. So I think it is safe to leave him down here if we want to go and explore.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and you do reckon if actually did Volt suggest the stimulant in character, or
Yeah.
you think that would probably be a good way of waking him up immediately if you wanted to.
I think the stimulant is probably best used if we wait until we're on our way out. But by then we might be in a hurry, and it's not going to work that fast. So we'll probably end up carrying him out anyway.
Pain's a good stimulant. That tends to bypass an awful lot of unconsciousness.
I don't think that we want to set up a relationship with this guy that sets us in the same vein as his captors.
Well, I don't think they've been using pain. I think they've been using brainwashing on him. It's a very different setup when you're interrogating people.
And pain. He's been beaten pretty good.
Oh yeah, Silver. You will also note that there are injection points. He has definitely been injected with things. You can see the tracks. of needles.
They're basically trying all possible options, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Mind, body, and well, laughingly passes for a soul.
I think since he's going to be out for a couple of hours, that gives us plenty of time to get in, fuck some shit up, come and get him and leave. Without having to try and
Specific.
cart him around. All right, let's go find the server room.
Yeah. Okay. Can we have a look at the tablet and see if we can see people moving around in the establishment?
Okay, so looking at the data feeds, what you can see is So right, you've got the looped feed of a patrol going on in the yard outside, and you have there is a figure in security outfit in one of the chairs in the front office, just with their feet up on a desk, with their kind of like flicking through a magazine.
You know, that does tell us another important piece of information. Either the drone didn't get fried, or it got fried and it didn't send a notification.
Hopefully the latter.
Hopefully the latter.
But that's what you see when you look at the tablet at this point.
Right.
Again, you estimate maybe about 5 to 10 minutes before the guard with the dog would be coming back in, assuming that they have stuck to their usual patrol.
Wait until they come back in, or do we just go now?
Go now. We know
Okay.
where they are at the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll leave the door to the second door to the basement. So the first one we're going up, we'll leave that open still. And then we'll just do the same thing with the door upstairs so that it doesn't automatically, because we left it unlocked.
You
and
left it
made
unlocked
it so
with a tape jam.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So it's closed. It can close. So it will look closed. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. So then when we come out of there, we've got, because that's to the right or the left of the door we came in on, and then we've got a corridor going to the right with 2 doors on one wall.
Okay, well, coming out, like, if you're at the top of the stairs coming out of the door that led down to the basement,
Mm-hmm.
to your left will be the door going back out to the garage.
Right.
You've got one arm of an L junction, of an L-shaped corridor going out in front of you to a archway and some rooms beyond. And like a room or such beyond that. To your right is a corridor which has 2 doors on the wall. One of which at least you suspect leads to the front office.
Maybe we go through the archway and see about finding stairs. I don't want to see the front office.
You do know that the stairs up are in the front office, or at least the ones that you can see on the camera are in the front office, or come off the front office.
I'm hoping that they at least maintain some safety regulations and have multiple staircases. One point of egress from the top floor is not good or healthy for anyone.
Sorry.
That depends on your outlook. If there's only one line of egress and we have to fight our way out, we know which way they're coming from.
That's true. But I was speaking more of place of business. because I really don't want to try and go through the front office. We'd have to take people down, and there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
Front office, is there anyone actually in there at the moment?
At the moment, yes, sir. There is that security guard who's reading the magazine.
Ah, yes. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so through the arched window and see what happens.
Okay.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Oh no.
Okay. You are all 4 of you going in there?
Makes
I don't
sense
see
to
any
keep
reason.
together.
Yeah, I don't see any reason for us to split up at this time.
Okay. So you make your way through down that arm of the corridor and through the archway, and you come to you basically enter the washroom block. There are a couple of cubicles for toilets. There is a shower stall. There is the cleaner's cupboard.
Oh no!
Or rather alcove rather than cupboard.
We
but
do know
yeah.
where the air conditioning units are if we get the right chemicals, and then we drone fly them up and mix them in, and like.
You have found the facilities. There is no other exit from here, barring the archway you came through.
Okay, that's fair enough. God, sorry.
Actually, at this point, who has got what?
Man, I just had lunch and I'm hungry.
In or out of character?
Both.
I take it everyone except Silver has the awareness skill.
Oh, he's not very aware.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In which
Yep.
case, unless Silver wants to give me a roll, I'm going to say everyone else becomes aware of footsteps in the outer corridor.
Everybody into the loo.
Mm-hmm. How many stalls are there?
There are 3.
I'd recommend shower cubicle,
Eh,
and I'm going to hide in the cleaner's cupboard.
I'm going to
There's
jump
no
into
door,
one of the
it's an
cubicles.
alcove.
Shut up.
I'm going to jump into one of the toilet cubicles and stand on the seat so there's no feet showing below the door.
Same.
Okay, so that's 2
With-
cubicles occupied.
With sidearm drawn and pointed at the door.
Yep. Man, we've done this before, haven't we, Corvax?
Apparently so. It's a feral thing.
All together or something. I
We
just
grew up
wonder
on the
if he's-
streets together.
I wonder if he's going to yell "Tink Tank Tommy" in a minute.
So
Okay.
2 stalls are currently occupied by
Yeah.
Corax and Volt.
Did you say there were a couple of shower cubicles?
There's a shower cubicle and
A shower
one
cubicle.
and one other toilet cubicle that is currently unoccupied. If you wish to secrete yourselves in there, Silver and Demon.
I am going to have the shower cubicle, and I am doing it by jogging past the cleaner's cupboard and grabbing the first bleach type object I can find.
You can grab a
Literally.
random bottle off the shelf.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Heading to the shower cubicle and uncapping it.
Silver.
I'll run into the toilet cubicle.
Okay.
Crouch
Do you
on
get up on the toilet though?
Yeah, but then crouch because I'm quite tall.
Okay, given that this game was written by a Brit, can we assume that these are not the silly American doors?
No.
Oh god,
Where
please.
there are only like 2 feet of door.
No. These cubicles are British. There is no gap through which you can see.
Just checking.
I'm still standing on the toilet.
Oh, that's fair.
That's just you.
I mean, so is Corvax. So
Okay.
And I am not standing on the toilet seat in heels.
I can see how that could be bad.
yeah.
I'm gonna add a caveat to that with again, and I'm not talking in character.
Oh boy.
Okay. Story for another time, mayhaps.
Oh,
Okay, those of you in the cubicles, are you locking them?
Of course.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
Why is this locked? What the hell?
It's a shame there's no out of order sign just lying around in the cleaner's cupboard because
Mm.
you just stuck that to the door.
So the footsteps come closer. You hear them getting louder, and they are booted, and you can hear a figure has come into the facilities, and which one should I say? Okay, Silver, Corax, and Volt. Assign yourselves the number 1, 2, or 3 between you.
3.
1.
2.
Okay.
That works out.
Silver,
No.
the handle of your door rattles. Oh, for fuck's sake! And the person on the other side starts like really. Adrian, the door's jammed again. And you hear time for a bit, and you hear the footsteps walk back out.
Mm-hmm.
And
hope he's
you
gone
hear
through this
you
door.
hear this person calling for Adrian, as they do so.
Ambush?
Oh,
So
Because I'm thinking Adrian's probably the big muscly one that knows how to unjam things.
That is probably.
Yeah.
he's the one with the screwdriver. Because if it's European or British, it'll have the flathead screwdriver that you can stick into the front of the lock on the toilet door and open it from the outside.
Given that the guys left the room,
yeah,
I'm going to unlock my door
yeah.
and then go back to where I was.
I was wondering if you were going to do that to jump him. I take it the
Yep.
doors do open inwards to the cubicles.
Which way would they? No, they
Is
would
that
open
standard?
out. No, they would open out.
Nice.
Really?
Even better.
Would they? Hang on.
Okay,
Yeah,
I will tell you all ladies' ones open inwards.
It depends on the size. Like,
No, yeah, it does. No,
'cause-
sorry, it does open inwards. Yeah,
Yeah, it only
Yeah.
tends to be the ones for disabled access that
yeah.
can
but,
can
yeah.
open outwards. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, 50-50
I've
for
been-
men's actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's like, there needs to be space for the door to actually open up, and
Yeah.
if it's small, they
yeah,
have
the
to open
smaller
up
it is,
outwards.
it's more likely it is to open out. But no, these ones will open inwards. It's fine. Okay, so.
So just going into the logic of discussing which way toilet doors open.
It's
So-
an important subject.
Knight, where did you say
Yes.
you're moving to?
All I was doing was unlocking the door to my cubicle.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's the only
Same.
thing you're doing.
It's the only thing I'm doing.
Yeah. All right.
Yep. Just so that we can easily open it.
Okay.
So that when someone comes in to smack it open, they're going to be stunned and I'm going to shoot them in the face.
Okay. So it's about maybe a minute and a half, and you hear 2 sets of footsteps coming back. And
Have I just got a door or have I got a curtain?
you've got a frosted glass door.
Good. I'm hiding behind the transparent object. Excellent.
Uh,
Circa 1986 Doctor Who.
It's fairly
So
heavy
without-
frosting, but
Yeah,
and there is a light, so it's not like you're immediately and enough of a
Okay,
wall, but yeah.
actually, given this,
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm doing this, but I am going to take off my jacket and top.
Mm-hmm.
Direct the water away from where I would normally stand,
Yeah.
and turn the shower on, so it starts misting up, and there's obviously somebody in here.
Oh God,
Okay.
this is just gonna be.
I'm going for the distraction
Yeah.
purposes.
Okay. So yeah, you can hear two sets of footsteps like muttering, coming back this way. The first voice you hear, like they're basically like just going backwards and forth, about complaining about like the just how nothing, like all the locks in here just seem, the doors in here just seem to jam, for you to think better of a construction company, etc., etc. And then you hear a rougher voice go, "Okay, Marco, which door?" And then the other guy turns like, "Hang on," and looks like that wasn't on. And you, Drut, Demon hears footsteps approaching the
Right.
cubicle, the shower cubicle, and goes,
Okay, I am.
"Rochelle, is that you?"
Quick question: how many floors does this building have? I mean, above ground.
2.
2. Uh-huh.
Okay, right. Well, Drut, you do have deceive as a skill.
I do.
I am going
really,
to ask
really
you to
do.
roll this, please.
Yep, I don't know it very well, but I have it, so let's see what happens.
The assumption that all female voices sound the same.
Yep.
Granted, you can't really tell much from a uh-huh.
Not when the shower's running.
That's an excellent point. Also, that
You would be amazed how well that works. I got a 3 and a 6, so I got 1 success. 1 die under. It's equal to or less than, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. So the 3 did it since I have the skill. I didn't need both.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Why the fuck are you taking a shower now? Who's looking after? You didn't tell anyone. The monitor's on. And you actually hear you hear footsteps running back out.
we need to
Marco!
stop that.
Marco.
As soon as the footsteps start running, I'm coming out of the cubicle in the direction of the footsteps, and as soon as I can see the person, I'm going to shoot him.
Okay, you step out, and you see a confused security guard standing in front of the cubicle that Silver is in, with a screwdriver. And you could just you like, there is a figure like behind them in the doorway, leaving basically.
Yeah, the one that's leaving is the one that I'm shooting.
Okay, right.
In that case, I know what I'm doing next.
I guess at this point, it's probably worth us going into initiative.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Let's check out the combat rules, folks. Okay.
How did you envision having the combat rules? Did you envision having the fight in the loose?
No, no, not at all.
Not up to the toilet, so
When in doubt,
That's all I
full
can say.
combat.
It's a
Yeah.
fight in
Honestly,
the toilets. So long as one of
if-
the other team ends up with their face in the toilet bowl and being flushed, I don't care.
I'm just
like
thinking, this is standard though for every cyberpunk game I have ever played on the computer. You go to the toilet, you investigate the cubicles, someone or something tries to kill you.
Yeah.
That's just how it
and
works.
it's us.
And also that there's probably a chocolate bar hidden under the sink somewhere, but you know,
Look,
that's just ASX.
the best time to ambush someone is when they've got their pants down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Vault.
Out of curiosity, Knight,
Yep.
do you have a silencer on your gun?
Oh, hell no.
Fuck!
I don't think I can afford such things as
Yes, Fish.
suppressors, do you?
It's session 3 of a cyberpunk game. Our heroes are in the loop. Time for the combat rules. Okay, so initiative is equal to your reflex or perception, whichever is higher, plus 1d12. So roll a d12 and add your perception or your reflexes to it.
Okay.
15.
18.
17.
18,
Oh. 19.
19. Okay. I'm going to give Korax a surprise, basically
Excuse me.
first and surprise round, basically.
Yeah, everyone's fucking surprised.
And I should...
Oh god, you see the sanitary bin as a potential silencer. Oh!
Let's get NPC stats up.
If I'd have thought about that on my way out of the cubicle, I would have done it. But I didn't think about it.
Ew.
Ew.
I wish we had like a luck mechanic to be like, yeah, I'm gonna blow this so that my friend thought about it.
So we have got these two folks.
We've got a grit. Can I blow a grit to make it so that Korvax did think about it?
I
Don't think
Let's
that's
be
the...
nicer to Chrono for once. Just once.
Okay. So you're taking aim at Marco. You have...
Oh, no.
Out of curiosity, is the guy with the screwdriver named Polo?
Yeah.
No, it's Adrian. I know.
That is Adrian.
That's Adrian, but still.
So the area that the combat occupies, such as 3 or cluster of rooms, this is closer. So this zone is closer. So I guess move freely, charge. So you've got, during each combat round, each combatant may perform one action: movement, supporting, close combat attack, or ranged attack. Each of these actions allows combat to achieve So I'm guessing you are doing a close combat attack.
That is correct.
Actually, no, this is range attack, but at close range, since I think that's what your pistol has got.
Yeah, pistol is close range.
Which is Which pistol was it?
Diararms XPF 117.
I had that
Yep.
a moment ago.
It's close range. It's a D12 plus 2.
Okay.
What's the
So-
E stand for?
Attack actions.
True powered.
Da, 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 da.
Did you say battery powered?
It's on page 149 if you're looking for
Yeah.
the gun itself.
Thank you.
If it's battery powered, are these like mini rail guns then? Because if they're rail guns, they're not gonna make a lot of noise. That's a good thing.
Whiz, splat.
Okay. So this is the firearms skill. So what are you rolling against?
Logic, reason, and the rational universe.
Then I'm screwed.
Now, only if you assume logic, reason, and rationality have anything to do with our streams. I
This
think
is
you're
true.
probably okay.
So this does require an active skill test. So your active skill test is against. Why will you not tell me what it is against, game? Oh no, it's just it's not against. It's just you've got to roll your firearms skill. Okay, so make me a firearms skill check, please.
Okay, I've got a 3 and a 4 with a skill of 7.
3 and a 4 with a skill of 7. Cool. So that is almost certainly going to be a hit. And
Roll a 12. Come on. Roll a 12. You got this.
someone we haven't really had a critical fail as yet.
I'm just wondering, is that person even going to know it's coming if he's running away? I'm hoping the fact that he's running in the other direction means that I might have a slight advantage. Fingers crossed.
Okay, so ranged attack directed towards a moving target gets a +1 modifier to the roll to hit, but that doesn't affect this here because you still get both of yours were so low. Okay, so roll your damage, please.
That is 2d. Sorry, it's 1d12 plus 2. Okay.
Yep.
10 in total.
10 in total,
Nice.
and is that's E damage, isn't it? Endurance damage.
Yeah. That's what the E stands for.
Yes.
Okay. Damn it, Drut.
You never know.
Okay.
I didn't
what
guarantee
what are
anything.
They wearing? They are wearing reinforced tactical clothing, which is 1d3 plus 1. Entirely effective against all damage, but it's entirely effective at preventing or reducing that damage. Okay. Reduce it. Okay. All right. So you said you did 10 endurance damage.
Yep.
He has 1d3 plus 1 damage reduction. He gets 2 off that, so he takes 8 and is down to equals 10. Right. Okay. You put a bullet through his shoulder as he like reels and sort of like hits into the wall from the force of your blow. What? And then we are into first round of combat proper. Demon, you are up first.
Right, okay. Well, I said I had the toilet cleaner in one hand.
Yeah.
Whatever the hell cleaner it was. I am flinging open the door, bearing in mind she is now topless, with a yelp to get the other guy's attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I am squidging whatever toilet cleaner or whatever cleaning product I have into his face.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Let me just have a look.
Does that count as a firearm?
I'm going
You
to
can
try
put it
and...
either melee or... I'm thinking melee, to be honest.
This is... improvised weaponry is almost certainly going to be on a melee.
Yeah. I'm basically aiming, like, bleach into his eyes. And I'm hoping he's distracted by the toplessness.
I would give you melee or unarmed combat, to be honest.
Melee's much better.
Sure.
I'll take that.
I don't think there really is anything in here about improvised weapons.
Sorry.
That's unfortunate. I feel like that needs to be a thing in any Cyberpunk game.
Excuse me.
Because when does a party of players not improvise weapons?
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Yeah, give me a sec. Sorry.
Okay.
This is why I haven't streamed for a fortnight.
Understandable.
My theory is brontosaur. I can do this.
Are those
Right.
battery packs on those gloves? Are they like lights or are they warmers?
They are remote. They're rechargeable, battery-powered gloves. They've got
So they're
heat pads. They've got heat
Okay.
pads on the palm,
Nice.
and they're fingerless, so I can type and stuff. bought by a supporter because I was dying of the cold. And most gloves like this have to be plugged in, and these guys don't.
That's good.
Right. So I have reflexes of 7, so that's what my melee's on. So I got a 4 and a 6.
You got a 4 and a 6, so
Yeah.
that is a double success. He still hasn't. He's still notionally with his back to you, because he hasn't really had time
hence
to.
the trying to get his attention.
Or side on since
Yeah.
since he was mostly reacting to Korax bursting out of a cubicle.
Side on still gives at least an angle of attacking the face.
Yeah.
Mm.
I am going to say.
And yes, the toplessness is a distraction technique. Or 50-50 chance, roughly, of it being distracting.
I mean, technically, you'd probably have to roll for something like that, but roll your allure or your seduce. I don't know.
Nice. Out of curiosity, does a human skull work as a silencer? I mean, melons work. Really thick paper works. Like,
Depends if
I
all the
think
squishy
the
bits are
brain-
still there.
I think the brain possibly is too liquid. It's too soft to really absorb much in the way of shock. But on the other hand, it is quite jellified.
yeah.
As you would
'Cause,
know,
I mean,
for shockwaves
my
going through the
plan-
brain. So
My plan is to step right up to the person that you're splooging in the face and put the gun right up to their forehead and shooting them.
Please don't use
can
that word.
can we please explore the usage of that term? Because no, I am not. I'm squirting this stuff that's not better.
It's an. Welcome to the club.
Right, okay, I can't find immediate rules for something that would effectively count as acid, so I'm going to make a ruling and say, Drut, can you roll me 1d3 plus 1, please?
Okay, sure. Of course, this is probably a strong alkali.
Yeah.
With luck, you can say goodbye to that eye. Okay.
If nothing else, pain, distraction.
Yeah, that's a 5, so that's a total of 4.
Okay. He hisses and yelps and drops the screwdriver as he brings his arm up to shield himself. I'm gonna say that you do 1 point of actual damage to him as he catches a nasty burn, but you also reduce his perception by 1 for a few rounds.
I was gonna ask, does that do just endurance damage, or does that do morale damage too?
I'm not going on morale damage just yet.
I think it's moral damage at this stage.
Well, yes. 13 and minus 1 perception. Okay. Oops. Wrong person. Okay, next up is Korax. You have the guard who you have put the bullet in, who is at the doorway, and the one closer to you who is reeling from having been splashed with bleach.
Just a second, Chrono.
Okay, yeah, I just saw that.
I don't know.
Knight's
Shoot the
finish.
same guard. Of course, Nate does.
I will wait. I'll give you a few moments before, so that you can roll that.
Sometimes I wish this game did its turn order like Shadowrun does, so that if you roll high, you get extra actions. I would love
combat
that.
tracker type.
I love that. Every 7 points of initiative got you an action.
Oh, okay. That's slightly different from the way that like the old White Wolf, like Exalted used to do it on a. You roll your initiative, and that set your place on the combat tracker, and then everything you did had a different weighting, and so that dropped you or moved you further along the combat tracker in different. So some people with quick attacks could have 2 before someone else got like their spell off. 2 and an 8.
I'm not sure when they changed it, but early Shadowrun, they did that as X number of points of initiative got you. For X turns. So if you rolled really, really well, you could just be milking it right down to the last dregs.
Okay.
Can you hear us, Knight?
Right, I'm back.
Okay, cool.
So
Successful
2 and
8. Can you roll for damage, please?
I can indeed.
This guy's in the state. It's a 2 and 8.
Damage is... Oh, shit.
In a toilet.
He might be close enough to the toilet to make it. It's D12 plus 2, so that's 14.
Well, he takes 2 points off that.
Bugger.
Yeah, but just imagine how Adrian is feeling right now.
It's all right, I've got plans for Adrian. Depending on how initiative works out next term. He did drop the screwdriver, yeah?
Oh
yes,
God.
Yeah. Knight, describe how you drop this guy.
Oh, good lord. So... the second shot just hits the back, through the spine, out the chest, the other side, and he's already dead before he hits the floor.
Lucky bastard.
No, that's not the right sound. Thud. The body hits the floor.
Suddenly clip. Yeah, no.
The body thuds to the floor, lifeless. His mate hasn't seen this because he is trying to wipe the bleach out of his eyes.
Hasn't seen a lot.
As he does so, he looks blearily around and grabs for his pistol. And will take, let's see, 50-50 as to whether or not he tries to shoot at Demon or Corax. Demon, do you want odds or even?
Evens, please.
Okay, he's aiming it in your direction.
Okay.
The pistol is waving a little bit.
Good.
But he's like narrowed. He narrows his eyes to try and get off a shot, and he is wielding.
I'm so going to pay for that move. Demon could be one of my shortest lived characters ever, but I've enjoyed her so much.
You'll be fine.
I've seen how many hit points I've got. No, right.
How many? What's your endurance?
Not many. Not many at all. Not double figures.
Oh,
Well. Wow.
She's worse.
Oh, that's right. Ferals get extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
You do, yes.
Tis for taser pistol.
Oh, good. Just to really make my life happy.
Okay, so
I feel kind of bad for our heavy-handed shoot them in the face with bullets.
unlike the tasers of old, the Tis 4 does not fire a metallic projectile. Instead, it produces an arc of regulated electrical current, using technology not dissimilar to a railgun. I feel Robinson kind of might want this setting more than Cyberpunk.
Not wishing to judge here, but what are the odds of it being diverted by the fucking shower I'm standing next to?
Don't worry. I am going to impose penalties on this.
See,
On the other
me
hand,
with
we will
my
have a couple.
rubber-soled non-conductive boots.
We on the other hand, we also have access to 2 more weapons to
However,
card
he
off.
does get a lucky shot in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, how much trouble am I in?
You take 3 points of damage.
Okay. What does grit actually do for you?
So let's have a look at.
She
grit.
asks apropos of nothing.
During an active skill test, a character may spend any amount of grit to apply a modifier of -1 to both dice for each point of grit. That won't be here. At any time, a character may spend any amount of grit to replenish an equal amount of morale. So no, it's not a combat. A combat of like a damage reducer or so, unless you've got an ability.
It was worth checking.
I don't know if the combat focused classes do get to modify that with their special skill, but I would need to double check.
Fair enough.
Okay, so if you have any armor, you can roll that. And
where have I been hit?
Not doing hit locations at this point. Maybe for next
Okay.
time, this is just going to be a basic combat.
In that case, I am going to give her a odds and evens because she's currently topless, but she has armor clothes.
Okay.
So from the waist down, she's got armor.
Okay.
So waist down odds, waist up evens.
I imagine to the rest of the group, this is not a remote distraction because this is a tactic that she has used in the past.
She ain't shy. She's not great looking, but she's not shy. That is bottom half.
Okay.
That's actually reinforced tactical clothing then, which is protection D3 plus 1. So let's see what I roll. It is right that you get different protection on each blow, isn't it?
You get your full arm. You get the full armor roll on each blade. It's not ablative.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, D3 plus 1 then. Give me a sec. I'm going to be taking damage, I suspect.
I brought my med kit.
That's 4.
I mean, the shot only dealt 3 points of damage, so you managed
Oh.
to. So yeah.
I took that on the. Oh my god! I took it on my skirt.
Yes. The electricity arcs over the reinforced plating of your skirt and dissipates.
Yeah, don't mess with 120 denier tights. Things are bulletproof, literally.
So you ameliorate that. 17 silver. You're up next.
So Dret needs no healing. So that's...
No, yet.
You
Not
are
yet.
still in your locked cubicle.
I am still in my lock cubicle. This can take like a whole round just to get out of the toilet.
Oh, I've got a vision of you just doing that little poking your nose over the top to
Yeah.
watch.
You can surmise that the other god is right outside your door.
So I want to open it and basically reach out and grab him and use my taser grip to stun him. If possible.
Okay. You know what? Yeah, I'll let you do that. So yeah, you can pull open the door, reach out to grab and try and stun. Do a stun. So that's a melee attack, I'm guessing.
This poor bastard. The guy who got shot through the head got it far better.
I can't remember if it's unarmed or melee because they are different.
What is it? Do you know where in the book that you are?
1 second. It's on page 108.
108. Thank you. Taser grip, right?
Unarmed combat. Yeah.
Yep. Unarmed combat attacks will be stunned for Yeah. Okay. So make your unarmed combat roll.
Got a 4 and a 10,
So
and I need to get a 5.
and you need
A 5 or under.
then you succeed. What is the damage of your unarmed combat attack?
I don't think the taser grip does it. It doesn't do any damage.
Okay,
does it?
so you do unarmed attack damage, and then if you hit, he's stunned for 3 combat rounds.
Oh,
So
I see.
it's 1d3 plus 1 damage for a base unarmed attack.
Let me do 1d3.
So assuming that he doesn't,
I rolled a 3.
you rolled a 3, and he only mitigates 2 of that, so you do, and he is stunned for 3 rounds. What does stunning do?
Yeah, it was mostly for the stun.
I mean, that's kind of an important thing if it basically knocks them out of combat for 3
Yeah.
rounds. And since this is the last person in combat, that means I can just coup de grace him by opening his throat.
Okay. So, stunned. Certain weapons or effects can leave a target stunned. A stunned combatant will act last in initiative order, regardless of their usual place.
Okay.
When multiple combats... Nope, that's tied initiative. Okay, so yes, stunning basically drops them down to the bottom of the initiative order.
Okay.
Okay,
Stumbling
so
around and spark out.
17. And Volt, it is you next. For round to end round one.
I'm not very good at the stabby stabs.
No, you've basically heard 2 gunshots, a scream, some flailing around, a door slamming open, and another loud shout.
I'm just gonna casually step out and put the gun up to as close to his head as possible as he's stumbling around and shoot him.
Okay. Can I have your firearms roll, please?
3 and a 4 under 7.
Okay. And your damage, please?
Holy shit. 10.
10.
I rolled 9. 9 is my max.
Okay.
So if he's got the same armor, that's 7.
No, because it's rolled damage each time. You roll
okay.
for the amount that
You roll
comes
for
up.
armor.
How much did you say you did? 9.
9.
Okay.
No, 10. It was 9 plus 1.
Okay. He's moving around a bit, so your shot deals damage, but it doesn't quite inflict the
Kill
lethal
him.
that you were expecting. But he is like bleeding a fair bit from the wound you have given him. So we're back to the top of the next round, and Demon.
Right. Can I, with one movement, scoop up his drop screwdriver and stick it in his eye?
You can grab the screwdriver. You won't be able to attack until next round.
On it.
Because it's unlike other systems. It's 1 action per combat round.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
for example,
fair
you couldn't move and shoot. You can shoot or you can move. Yeah.
Right.
Would that count as a generic knife dagger?
I would probably say that it will be slightly less than that. I would have to look at what the diagrams do.
The generic knife dagger isn't a named one, and it's just a D3 plus 2.
Okay.
The D4, the one that I have, is a
D3
2D3 plus 1.
It would be a D3. It would be a D3 plus 1.
Basically, I'm not touching my taser dagger until I'm dry.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair.
because
Okay.
I'm not silly.
Yeah, so you can bend down and grab the
Yeah.
screwdriver for your action if you want.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. Then we're to Korax.
There's a person in somewhat debatable sense of awareness right next to me, isn't there?
Pretty much.
Can I pistol whip him? Save ammunition.
Yes, I would count this, I guess, as an unarmed attack. I don't think there is anything in here for using a firearm as a melee weapon.
It's either that or I spend an action drawing the dagger and then attack next round, which just seems
I think there is
inefficient.
I think it comes under improvised weapons, doesn't it?
Probably.
I mean,
Hang on.
is there an I couldn't see an improvised weapons rule.
Well, does punching someone with knuckles count as melee or as
That would be an unarmed
hand-to-hand?
attack. That would be unarmed attack, or
Huh,
unarmed
okay.
combat rather.
Bugger, I was hoping it would be melee, given that I'm cracking down on with the effectively the.
Yeah, it's like a club. It's
Yeah, I'll give you a roll on melee, yeah. But it will do unarmed attack damage.
That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, you're still hitting him with a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my elbow thing counts as unarmed rather than melee, even though
Yeah.
it's a blade.
Because
Well,
you're
I've got
hitting it with your
A 2 and a
arm,
4 to hit
however.
him with a skill of 7.
Oh god, yeah. So roll
what
1d3
will?
plus 1.
1d3 plus 1.
This is not the cleanest
4.
fight I've ever been in.
Okay, he manages to take most of the blow on his arm. So it wasn't the most effective, but he is like not. He's still got like some combat awareness about him, but he is looking very staggered.
Why can't I just end up kicking him to death?
yes.
I was thinking I might save ammunition, but
Silver,
I'll know for next time.
Silver, your action.
I guess I'm gonna use the elbow.
Okie dokie, make your roll, please.
Yeah, that's 5 that I need. I got a 5 and an 8, so I think I at least hit.
Yes, it's equal to or less.
Yeah.
So that is 1 success. Roll your
Um,
damage, please.
3d3s. A 3, a 1, a 1. So that's 5. 6 damage.
Okay. Again, he seems to be retaining a
Jesus
lot of awareness in just as he's rolling around, managing to deflect your blow off his tactical clothing.
When did Logan take up a part-time gig as a security guard to pay rent?
Okay, Volt, you're up next.
Bring this one home, come on, dude.
I'm just gonna try and shoot him in the head again. Put him out of his misery.
Go for it.
6 and a 7, so that's both hits.
Okay, roll your damage,
Okay.
please.
7.
And he's got.
This motherfucker didn't. He's not at 1, is he? Come on, come on. I feel like you're into torturing this guy now.
He's on 1 hit point, 1 endurance point.
Like,
Wait.
However, he's going to have one last attempt to lash out, and all 4 of you are around him. So I guess, let's see. Assign yourselves a number between 1 and 4.
2.
I'll take 3.
1.
4. I guess.
Who was
I was
2?
being terribly polite there.
Me.
Okay, so he attempts to fire his
Tase.
taser at you, but the arc
I'm just
goes
looking-
wild.
I'm just looking him straight in the eyes and I say, I'm sorry, mate.
And we're back to Demon.
I'm going to ideally put my screwdriver into his brain through whichever opening is nearest.
Melee,
Whether that
please.
be under his chin, in his ear, or in his eye.
Melee, please.
You're going to make us roll it. I mean, there is a chance that all 4 of us missed the entire round.
Technically,
God,
you could get
that
crit
would be
fails.
awful.
Come on. At least I have the melee weapon skill. I've got
Yeah.
7. This is okay. This is fine. This is fine. This guy said he's fucking Weetabix. I mean, come on. Well, that one didn't make it, but that is a 1. So yes.
Okay. D3 plus 1 damage. He still gets.
And the armor is a D3.
The armor is D3 plus 1.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Did you say I can use grit to up a die roll? Just saying.
During a
See, I
skill
was gonna-
test, you can't roll your you can't up your damage.
Oh my god, I just rolled a 6. Okay, so that's 4.
Describe his
Please.
death.
Okay, given the option, I am going to ram the screwdriver, one hand behind the back, straight through his eye socket of the undamaged eye, because why would I want to go through the damaged one? That's easier. Into the frontal lobe and ending his miserable existence.
Adrian shudders and falls forward, flat onto the bathroom tiles.
Well, that was clean.
The room is silent but for your breathing.
I'm immediately going to take out the... Are they clips or magazines? Shit.
The game calls them clips, but magazines is a more accurate term.
So I'm going to take out the magazine from my gun, stick it in my pocket, and put a full one in. Just so it's full. And then I'm going to go to the dead one in the door and start searching him for the taser weapon, ID tags, cards, and any other potential weapons that he might have on him.
As Volt heads out to that one, I shall suggest Volt drag them into the toilet area fully so that someone else walking past might possibly, hopefully, maybe not notice.
Not notice the blood.
Get another drink. I'm sorry.
And brains all over the other side of the corridor. Yes, I'll drag him into the bathroom.
Can I just get confirmation that from Volt and Corax, neither of your weapons are silenced, are they?
No.
No.
Okay.
No, that was very loud, and this is why I'm not going to the door, but I'm going to maintain cover on the door. And if someone comes in that way, I shoot. And everything starts over again.
Okay. Okay. Both of them are equipped in similar fashion. They both have a taser pistol. They both, so you can note down, you have 2 Western Brig TIS-4 taser pistols. 2 Western Brig passive 1 batons. 2 flashlights, 2 2 handheld radio communicators. And 2 sets of reinforced tactical clothing. Both looking a little bit worse for wear.
Since we might be having visitors, I'm going to put one of those tactical jackets on. Or is it the whole outfit?
What is tactical clothing? Does that? Let's have a look.
I believe Knight and I are the only ones with radios, so we can give radios to the other two, but these ones are currently probably tied into the security here, so it
Which
will give
actually
us a
could
heads
be a
up.
boon.
Yep.
Yeah,
does anyone else?
you're basically looking at these are combat jacket and trousers, and a reinforced like skull weave, like a weave cap.
I'll put the cap on and the jacket on, but the trousers I'll just sling over my shoulder. I can't put those on over my skirt.
This,
I'm wearing a
this
skirt
poor
or
corpse
I'm
is now in
wearing
its
pants.
in its undercrackers.
Yes, basically.
Yep. Yep.
So you have 2 sets of reinforced tactical clothing from these folks. You also have actually no, they wouldn't have that. I'm just trying to think of what else they would have on them. They have ID cards indicating that they are security in the employ of TMP. As I say, one of them was named Adrian, one of them was named Marco.
I've got Marco's ID because that's what I'm searching.
Yeah, we should definitely take some IDs because I assume they'll have like key cards to get through doors.
Do you need a flashlight? Oh wait, no, you don't need a flashlight. You've got a torch in your hand that's super high powered.
And I don't do guns, but I'll take a baton.
Yep.
All right.
So it's a WB Passive 1 baton. You can find that on page 165 of the core book.
I can't really use the baton, so
I took melee, but I mean my stats aren't very high, so it wouldn't be my first choice. But
no, I mean your taser, your taser hand is better than the baton, basically.
Yeah,
it's a backup.
Yeah.
I'll grab one of the batons and stick it through a belt loop if I may.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That works.
So.
I am definitely putting one of the taser pistols in easy reach.
As you're stripping the bodies, there is a crackle on one of the radios. It's like, Adrian, Marco, report in, and this is a female voice.
We know her name.
Over the.
What was the name that they said? Dang it! Where's Drut would remember?
Rochelle.
Can any of you mimic? Oh wait.
I have deceived.
I have deceived too. We could both try to mimic the voices that we heard. Which one? My deceive is my skill in allure is 9. What's yours?
Mine's 8. I think I took deceive as one of my specializations, though.
Oh, is it underlined?
Well,
or did you put
S?
Or did you put S by it? I can't.
No, I forgot to put them in. I'm gonna have to chat.
If you want to roll to deceive and pretend to be one of them, being like, yeah, it's okay. We'll be back soon. The door took longer, and he really needed to go.
Yeah, kind of be very wishy-washy. Like,
yep.
Okay. Orvan reported gunfire. Please report.
The door was stubborn.
Yeah.
Okay, can you give me a deceive check, please?
Oh god, that is
I got
great.
So
You've got this. Also, you have grit if necessary.
yeah, I got 2 6s.
You got 2 6s.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how, but you have managed to convincingly. The door. Who are you trying to be? Marco or Adrian?
Adrian?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Adrian. He seemed to be the one slightly more in charge.
Okay. Adrian, we've been through this. Brute force. Also, that's coming out of our pay. Fine. Go tell Orvan. Rochelle out.
These fucking security guards don't know what they're in for.
Just kind of grumble at, yeah, sure. And
Is there a mop and janitor's
Yes.
bucket?
There is.
Fill that up real quick with water and just like try to slosh some of the brains out of the hallway back into the bathroom
Okay.
just to clean up the.
You can do a quick clean-up job. Yes.
I just don't want it to be overly obvious. Obviously, we're gonna have to do something to try and jam the door, but like.
Okay.
Exactly, Magpie. Exactly.
So you do that quickly.
We solved your security guard puzzle.
Well, you have 2 dead security guards now in the toilets, both stripped to their
Yay.
underwear.
When did that happen?
They took they took their armor, their tactical clothing.
Well, at least one of them is stripped to their underwear. I don't know if we've taken the armor from the other one.
Leave you alone for 2 minutes while I get a can. And I come back to naked dead guys.
If we're
bleeding
gonna
brains
have
all
more
over the
guns
floor.
being shot around, I felt I could use a little bit of protection.
Yes, Demon will get dressed, by the way.
That is fair. And yeah. I was going to ask, does anybody want to take a break at this point? Because this seems like a natural juncture for it, or we can carry straight on if folks are all right.
I think it's a good time for a break too for the juncture, but wasn't going to bring it up for another half hour anyway.
I'm good either way. Whatever people are happy to go with.
yeah, I'm good either way.
All right. Well, let's take a break now because this seems like an appropriate point to do so, and let chat and folks who have been following this cavalcade do the same. So we're going to take a quick break for about 5 minutes or so. Give a chance to refresh your drinks, take your meds if necessary, grab a snack, recycle fluids, as they seem to have just done. And we will be back in a few minutes, folks.
You just said that.
Where's the break screen? There
See
we
you
go.
all in a minute.
See you in a mo.
Oh my god.
Hello and welcome back to session 3 of Took a Midnight Train, a Gaia Complex campaign. Our protagonists have are in the middle of a heist, a operation, a mission to try and destabilize the operations of a construction company's logistics office here in the suburb of Charlotte, and have just committed an ambush in the toilets, I think is probably the best way of describing it.
I mean, if you're going to make a mess, the bathroom is the best place.
I guess. And you've also done a little bit of cleaning. So,
Mm-hmm.
Probably puts you about one step ahead of most crews. Anyhow, you now have the decision about what you're going to do next. You have 2 dead bodies in the bathroom. You have what you suspect are at least 2 other people, security guards and a dog somewhere else in this building. And you still have your mission to complete.
Mm-hmm.
We know that the person watching the monitors is called Rochelle. Because that's who the guards were expecting to find.
Night's lost audio again.
Okay.
Okay, we'll give Knight a moment, but we will see what. Actually, while we wait for Knight, how did that combat feel to you? Because that was our very first combat. We'll take a little bit. We'll take a few moments for a behind the scenes look at the system.
I think I'm back.
Aha.
Yes, you are. It went very smoothly, and for a first combat in a new system, it went a lot quicker than a lot of other systems. Like that was in terms of not knowing what we're doing. That was actually really fast.
Yeah,
It doesn't have much flexibility.
Yeah,
that may
Because
be
you're very
me,
limited.
or that may just be because this is the first like the first rule book sort of thing.
Yeah.
As I said, I don't think this is the most robust system, but it is designed to be quick. From what I've read of Shep's design principles for this system, combat is not supposed to be a focus. So I think it's let's get it over and done with as soon as possible. It's not a tactical thing. It is a means to an end.
I think in terms of flexibility, given that, say, items that aren't technically weapons being used as weapons, improvised weapons, since those are a very common thing, finding equitable things in the book as weapon to compare them to use for damage makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, there's going to be a fair bit of GM fiat, I think, here, when it comes to particularly experienced play groups with this system. Anyway, a little bit of a side there. So, what do you want to do next?
Carry on looking for the stairs up.
Do we think that the guard in the main office may now be alone?
Look at the tablet. What do we see on the tablet?
That's the point, yeah.
On the tablet, your view of the... Let's see, where would folks be right now? Okay.
The guard with the dog would have been coming in probably about the time that we were going into the bathroom to begin with, I think was what you said.
Yeah. So what you see on the tablet is that the camera showing the front office has the dog lying down behind the counter. You can see the dog kind of like, resting dog pose on the floor behind the counter. There is a figure in in dressed the same way as the two guards that you have encountered in the upstairs break room, and it looks like that they are making themselves a snack.
And the guard that was sitting at the desk with the feet propped up.
You can see the magazine, but no guard there.
Is it the same guard that is getting a snack? Is there enough detail on these cameras to see that?
Let's see. What's your perception?
My perception is 8.
Yeah, actually, you'd be good enough to see. No, the one who was reading the magazine prior is now in the bathroom dead.
Oh shit! Well,
Up the stairs then.
there's a dog in the room, so it'll probably start barking. And I do not feel comfortable.
Are you telling me that neither of you two, pointing at the two fellows, can handle a dog?
That's a fair point.
That is a fair point, and yes, we probably can.
Keep an eye out for anyone that's not within camera range. But yeah, we do know that there's stairs there, so why not? We're 2 for 0, so sure.
Okay, so
Before we leave the toilet, can we at least stow the bodies in one of the cubicles?
Yeah, absolutely.
and use the screwdriver to lock it from the outside.
Yes.
okay,
I'm going to poke through the cleaner's alcove, because if there is not an out of order sign in there, I will be amazed.
yeah, there is one.
I'm going to hang down the door after we lock it then.
Yeah, there is also one of those, the plastic triangle wet floor.
Yeah, I'll put out a slip and trip board there as well.
Okay.
Open door, puddle of blood.
So, you head out of the wash block, and you are basically back at the corner of the L junction. Looking down it, you can see 2 doors in the right-hand wall. The further one is the one that you suspect will lead to the front office.
I think the front office is probably going to be our best bet. If nothing else, we can probably do some damage in there to the systems.
I don't suppose anyone has a piece of nice savory kibble on hand.
I was going to say, if you need
Actually,
meat, we've left him in the loose.
I bought some on the way in.
You did.
That could be useful for helping us with handling the dog.
It's not the use I intended it for, but it'll do.
Also, aren't 2 of you now wearing their uniforms?
I think only one of us.
is.
So you'll smell like the guard.
Yeah, I also smell like blood because one shot was a shoulder shot. So I wiped it off, but there's still a hole. I do remember that description.
A shower. It's fine.
So, how are you proceeding?
I think probably Korax first and then me as backup for animal handling, because I'm pretty sure Korax is much better at it.
Not necessarily.
True.
Actually, yeah,
possibly.
possibly.
I have a 9 in Allure, but I
there we
don't
go.
specialize.
Do you have the animal handling skill?
I do.
Then you're better at it than I am.
Okay. You want to hand me the kibble then?
Absolutely.
I'll go in first and you cover.
So you pass one door to your right. There is a label on it which says security, and then you make your way to the second door.
I'm going to whisper back to the others that are not going in first to keep an eye on the door saying security, because Rochelle might be in there.
Yeah.
Um,
Go listen at that door.
okay. Do you have awareness, don't you, Drott? You do,
Yes, I
and
do.
your perception is 6. So,
Yep.
you can't hear anything from behind that door.
Okay.
Vault. You have a swing door that leads to the front, that you believe leads to the front office.
I'm going to go ahead and holster my firearm so that I have both hands free to deal with the dog. And I'm going to open the door. Does it just open or is it locked?
Nope, it swings open. Like you can push it open. It's on a swing, so it swings both ways. So,
Okay.
You push the door. You push the door open, and you see the front office as depicted from the camera. Like, it's a reception area. There is a counter, an L-shaped counter behind which there are a couple of computer terminals, a desk, a couple of chairs. There is the door out to the main street, and to your right, to your left, sorry, you can see the stairs winding up to the first floor. As you enter the room, that's what you see when you push open the door.
I can't see the dog from this angle.
No, but you know the dog is like on the floor behind the counter.
I'm gonna step inside the room and take a knee and call out softly. Here, puppy, come on. I got a treat for you.
As you take a step into the room, you hear a jingle of what you suspect is a bell on the collar. As the animal leaps to their feet, and then there's some low growling, and you can see the figure of the dog pads its way to the side of the counter to look at you, and it's snarling, and it looks like it's about to start barking.
Yeah. I'm going to slide the kibble forward, open hands, and I'm going to talk to it very soothingly and calmly, and animal handling
Okay.
for how I talk to it, because I cannot roleplay that very well unless I'm dealing with an animal. Every animal is so unique when you're dealing with them, so...
I am fine to abstract that. Since I don't have your sheet immediately open, what is your animal handling comes off allure?
Allure. Yep.
Okay, and your allure is 9, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that works. The dog the dog looks at the kibble or the food stuff that you have and goes, and then calms and sort of like pads forward to kind of like take it from your hand, or are you putting it on the floor?
No, I'd rather it took it from my hand because that's more close and trusting. I'm going to use the other hand to slowly ruffle its ears, pet it, talk to it. I wouldn't be able to tell if it's a girl or boy, so just good. Is the tag visible with a name?
The tag, yeah, you're able to reach round and see its collar. There is a tag on it which says, what should we call this dog?
Lucifer.
Sorry, what was that, right?
Muffin.
Yeah, Muffin. There we go.
Muffin. Okay.
It needs to be the biggest, squirmiest, massive muscle and unappealing teeth. And it's
new item in inventory, Muffin.
I mean,
Muffin the dog.
To your with your experience and your own interests, Volta, you can recognize this as a Saffron Corporation pseudo Alsatian.
Feudal
Pseudo Alsatian, yeah.
Pseudo.
I would need that spelled out so I can look it up.
Pseudo, basically imitation Alsatian.
Ersatz Alsatian.
Yes.
What was that, Drat?
Ersatz Alsatian.
Oh, crikey. I didn't hear you clearly first time. Delving into the German.
Yeah. It's it seemed they would call it was World War II, where everything was ersatz.
Mm.
Yeah,
was
ersatz
trenches.
coffee, and World War One. Yeah, sorry, ersatz coffee, ersatz tea, ersatz food.
Yeah.
That's coffee as per Blackadder Goes Forth, aka
Not
Mud.
going there. No.
I remember the horrible histories skits around that, which is how
Yeah.
I know the word ersatz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to horrible histories.
I'm a fan of collecting this dog into our party. German Shepherds are really pretty. I had a couple of crossbred German Shepherd Rottweilers as a kid.
Ooh.
They were so excitable and fun. We named them Pebbles and Bam Bam.
My dad
love
had
it.
2 Alsatians growing up. So yes, this is.
I always wanted Alsatians when I was a kid, and then I found out they were mostly brain dead.
Yeah, the stories that my
They look
dads
good.
tell. Yeah.
I mean, obviously they have a loyalty problem.
What is it, Laddie from Moving Pictures?
Yes.
Um,
Good dog, laddie.
But yes, you do recognise this as a Saffron Corp clone, animal clone, and a decently kept and looked after one.
Okay. All right. What do you guys want to do with it? I mean,
Well, have it not bark at us while we're doing what we need to do is a good start.
we can leave her here.
We're taking the dog with us. Obviously, we're taking the dog with us. You've clearly just fallen in love with it. That's in character.
Either way, there's at least one guard upstairs. Are they still making a snack in the snack room or eating?
They are sitting down and having their sandwich.
Sitting down. Well, we shouldn't have any trouble going up the stairs then.
Quietly.
Quietly.
No barking.
I'm gonna tell the dog to follow.
Okay.
And no barking. Quiet.
I believe leads are an option. Is that not right?
Is there any leads in the
The
desk?
there is a lead behind the desk. Yeah.
All right, I'll grab the lead and I'll attach it. Also, is there anything in terms of the monitors on the desk that's different than what's on our tablet?
No, they're not. The 2 terminals behind the counter are not on.
Oh, okay. Well,
You can
I'll let
also
someone else lead up the stairs.
You can also see, as per the thing, there is a door in the wall behind the counter, which you now would suspect also leads into the security office. So.
Okay.
Is there anywhere I could jack in and cause some trouble on this?
You can attempt to.
In that case, I'm going to say I'll catch up with you. I'm just going to see what I can poke around and break.
What is
Alright,
the plan when we encounter the breaking guard?
If we encounter them,
Well, you will, because the stairs open into the break room.
right into? Okay.
Yes. It's
Well,
basically
the
the
thing
open
is,
area at the top of the stairs.
I don't want to try and deal with Muffin's response to gunfire.
Precisely. And I don't have a suppressor.
Let's besides
Well.
the gun. What were were the guards both using the electro stun?
They were
Yes.
using the taser pistols, yes.
They both
I've
have
got one.
taser
Quiet.
pistols and stun battens.
So you could move to using those instead of
I could
the
switch to a-
projectiles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
could switch to a taser pistol.
Button. Although I can just use my taser hand.
If nothing else, the dog is more likely to be trained to not react in a panicked fashion to the sound of the taser.
Yeah.
On
I
the other
shall-
hand, it may be trained to react to seeing someone that it is trained to be around being electrocuted.
I think you're giving too much credit to the dog, to be honest.
I've been around more animals than you.
I will grab one of the taser pistols.
Sure.
All right. So, Sarah Gill, do you have any firearms?
Nope. Silver doesn't
So-
do guns.
Okay. So then, yeah, I guess it's me and you with the pistols.
Okay, and
Okey-dokey.
I will lurk here for a couple of minutes and then follow you up.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
It should be fairly good because the only opposition that we know of, you're heading towards.
The only one that we know of, yes. We don't know where Rochelle
Yeah.
is.
No.
Hopefully, Rochelle doesn't come out of the security room while you're fucking around.
We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
Okay. So, who shall we go with first? Let us go with the party attempting to storm the first floor.
Storm.
So, how are you proceeding? How are you proceeding upstairs?
In terms of potential combat, it would probably make sense for, honestly, Silva to go first, since Silva's melee. So Silva can. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So Silva can rush in when we open the door, and while rushing forward, you can do the first shot coming in behind.
Remember, there is no door at the top of the stairs.
Right,
The
right,
stairs just opens up in,
right.
enters into an open area.
We just
Okay.
run.
Yeah. So like Silva rushes in, you come up behind, shoot with electricity, and then I come in behind, and we figure out how else to deal with the situation.
The overwhelm the tactic.
It worked in the bathroom.
Okay.
Hopefully there will be less blood this time.
Is that what you intend to do then?
Yeah. What was your thought tonight?
I was going to suggest I go first, purely
Okay.
because I haven't got the dog to wrangle. But
Yeah.
I don't like relying on tasers.
Yeah.
I'll be far
mean-
happier if I could have grabbed a milk carton or something. But I haven't seen such a. I suppose. Oh, I could have taken something from the cleaning locker. That would have done just as well.
What?
Hindsight. Well, we haven't gone up the stairs yet. Bathroom is like right down there.
True.
You could nip back and get something from the cleaning closet if you wanted.
There is a handy empty chemical container that you could shoot through that would act as a silencer.
Night just dropped from Discord, by the way.
Oh no.
Okay, while we're waiting for Night to come back, then I will move to Demon. And
Sorry,
Demon.
I'm just Demon's actually got a live role playing now, so I'm just hooking myself up to some wires.
Live action cybering.
I am, yeah. It's, actually looks kind of funky.
It does.
Got the cabling. Okay. Right. Okay. I am going to attempt to access their systems.
Okay, so you sit yourself down behind the counter and look around for an access point to, into the terminal. And you're able to power it on, and you're able to find a network access point to bypass the rather actually laughable terminal terminal security. And
yeah, it's gonna be easier.
It quickly dawns on you that what you have here are limited access terminals. These are primarily designed for information. Sorry, for data collection, admin purposes.
Yeah.
Let me just see what you have access to here.
Was the chemical that was squirted out, was it flammable in the bathroom?
So, bleach isn't generally flammable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, which one have you got? Okay, yes, accessing the front computer.
No.
You basically find, you find the everyday logistics, the everyday operating info for the yard and office.
Mm-hmm.
This is things like the scheduling info for the trucks.
Right.
The pickups and delivery schedule. What you do discover is that destinations and delivery locations, delivery and pickup locations are hard coded to the vehicle. So the drivers are expected to basically come in, get a chip that has tracking information effectively.
Yeah.
And use that to operate their vehicle.
Okay. If they take all that information from the main calendar, the main delivery rotor, can I fritz with that so it sends deliveries in the wrong direction, wrong quantities, wrong drivers assigned to the wrong vehicles, shifts mismatching with vehicle availability? That sort of thing.
Maintenance shifts.
You can indeed. So this is
I
things
have
like
access to the spreadsheets. I
you
will
do.
now
You have
screw with
you
them
have access to the
all.
admin spreadsheets, the scheduling information for the trucks, the rotor schedules for the guards, the
Yep.
lists. You also have access to the list of nearby businesses that are due for what are called shakedown visits.
Oh, are they now?
Oh,
Yes,
that is an overpowered access right there.
Okay, I have never messed with the admin. I am going to, in that case, make a copy of this complete database
Okay.
and then start fucking with it.
Okay. That is a very straightforward thing with your hacking abilities. You have brains of 9. I am not going to make you roll for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is the sort of thing that has been Demon's kind of bread and butter.
Yeah.
What you do know, what you can also get from this is the server is up. The main servers for the building are upstairs.
Right.
These terminals have limited access to the data on them. There is a backup program that is designed to run every month, but that's about it. But you also can't access the servers from these terminals.
Right.
They have very deliberately been designed that the networking won't allow you to do that.
So I can't write to them, but I can read what's on them. Is that right?
You can basically do anything local.
Yeah.
So the local information is at your disposal to do with as you please.
But
Right.
it can be potentially overwritten by any server.
Yes,
stored stuff.
a push from the server will overwrite it, so you don't know whether or not that happens. All you know is that there is a monthly backup done.
Okay. What I'm going to do then is I am going to fritz with the local calendar.
Mhm.
I'm going to mess up the delivery schedules. I'm going to set drivers to being on holiday or rest breaks when they would
Holiday.
otherwise be delivering.
Yes.
I am going to roster 3 people on for the same job. With nothing else, there should be a punch up. And that kind of ilk of chaos. And then what I'm going to do subsequently is I am going to institute maybe a dozen copies of the monthly backup routine, backing up that faked version of the database, which should overwrite the copy of the copy, and I don't care how many generations they keep.
Okay.
I will also tie up the terminals after I leave. But that will be the last thing I do. Is I will trigger
Sure.
multiple iterations of the backup utility.
That is all. It takes you it's a little bit of time, but those are all things that you can certainly do.
Never sack your admin team
No.
before revoking their access.
What you do also get from this is, as you're looking at it, is what the what the shape.
Sorry, I couldn't hear when I was coughing. Okay.
What you also get is the shape of daily operations around here. So there is a small admin team who are front of office basically, and manage the rotors. 4 security guards overnight, which runs from 10 till 6, 10 in the evening till 6 in the morning. First vehicles tend to arrive for deliveries around 5:30 in the morning. During the day, there are 8 security guards here. Some of these are the persuaders, and they may be out during the day or not, but otherwise there are generally 8 security operatives here during the day, and then 8 p.m. the night shift. They switch over with the night shift, which drops to 4.
Okay. Okie dokie. As I said, I'm going to take as much of a copy before I start fouling it up as I've got, so that we can look at this at our leisure, and also approach the businesses that are being used for protection purposes.
Sure.
And see if they want an alternate option.
I'm guessing you are storing this direct on your rig.
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I'm storing it on my rig. I'm also storing it on my rig after scanning it for viruses.
This is pretty low security, to be quite honest. There is nothing on these terminals to make you concerned.
As much as anything, it's not the business I'm worried about. It's the fact that, some chimp may have decided to bring his favourite hentai collection in to watch on his shift overnight.
Yeah. Okay. Having done that, we switch back to the team heading upstairs. So, how and who is going first? Knight, you said you wanted to grab something from the cleaning closet.
Yeah, I wanted a small carton of bleach or some other cleaning
you can
thing.
Find a plastic bottle of some kind that will suffice. Yep.
Then sneaking up the stairs.
Okay. So you are heading up first, are you?
Unless Volt has another idea.
No, it's either you or Silva, and I think that you got the right idea because you've got the bigger gun. I'm going to focus on sneaking up behind Silva, last in line, and trying to keep Muffin calm, scratching ears, talking to her calmly, because I know this is going to be a bit rough.
Have you seen the Muffin Man?
Silver, you good with that?
Yeah, I can come in and do damage after you've shot them.
It does basically mean we are terminating the guard that's in the room.
That's fine.
Cool.
Okay.
Just so we're all on the same page. In which case, I shall sneak up the stairs as I get to the room door. Sorry, room doorway. I seem to recall you said there's no actual door there.
Yeah, like the stairs open out onto the floor, basically.
So as soon as I come up the stairs, I shall see my target. Shall I?
You will see that you will definitely see their legs first.
Okay. Then, with the carton in front of the gun, bear around. As soon as I can see the torso, squeeze off the first shot.
Okay. You have the stealth skill. What's your reflexes?
Reflexes 7.
7. Okay. Yes, you are able to quietly make your way up the stairs, and you take a shot at this guard as he is finishing off what appears to be a sandwich.
At least you had a last meal.
Can I have a firearms skill check from you, please?
6 and 9.
6 and 9. So that is a success, I'm guessing?
It is indeed. Firearms is under reflexes, so that's a 7.
Yeah. Okay. And roll for damage, please.
Damage is a d12 plus 2. So that's a total of 12.
That is a total
Rolled a
of
10.
12. Okay. Yeah. No, not that. So this is.
We are ninjas.
Nah, if we were ninjas, it would have all been completely silent and no one would have heard the gunshot.
I know.
No, but it was fine.
Not necessarily. Ninjas are good at blending in. We successfully deceived them into it not being a problem.
We're not exactly sneak around on the roof and run poison down threads into people's mouths as they sleep.
Again.
Are we? Really?
No.
Okay.
I want a taser shuriken now.
Right?
I mean, we've got taser knives, so
Not taser knives. I want a taser shuriken. Ideally, a remote control taser shuriken with drone tech, but that's just me.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. This is the problem when you let me watch Screamers late night.
So, the force of your shot basically rocks him back in his chair as the bullet goes in full impact, and like you see a blood spurt from his chest as he goes rocking back and staggers, dropping the plate, clattering the chair. As he looks around to see what hit him, who hit him rather, and he's fumbling at his belt for his weapon. So we are technically into initiative for you guys. So could you roll me reflexes or perception plus 1d12?
Oh, reflexes or perception?
It's whichever is better.
oh, that
Oh.
that makes a difference. 20.
Yeah.
14.
10.
Sorry, correct. We were 20
Yep.
and 14 for silver.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes sense that I have 10 because, a bit busy.
Yeah, you've got a dog to wrangle.
Okay, so we're basically going to give you all a move. So we'll say that was Korax. Silver, you're up next.
I'm just going to use my action to move to the guard.
Okay, that's fine. You want what side of him are you moving to?
Which way is he facing? Is he at?
He's basically reeled around and he is looking towards the stairs.
Coming in towards like his left side.
Okay, so you can move. You can use your action to move towards him. That is fine. Relocating to another area may be done for an action. Oh, hang on. Ah, right. Okay. If you are within your if you're moving within your close zone, that is free movement. Okay, so that is free movement. So you do actually have an action.
Oh, cool. I will taser grip him then.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I just saw that close movement is counted as free. Yeah.
5 and a 1, so I do hit.
Yeah. Okay. So roll your damage, please.
That was 1d3, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1d3. So it's 1d3 plus 1, and then if any get through.
So 2.
They're dropped down to the bottom.
Well, they managed to deflect because the minimum damage that they can deflect is 2. So you don't quite stun them, but you disorientate them a little bit, but it's not quite enough to stun them.
Okay, so they have to take damage to take the stun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so we are down to Volt.
Doesn't Corvax get a
No, I'm
second shot?
saying this is basically the surprise round sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Even though it's suppressed, does Muffin react to?
Muffin's ears prick up, and like the dog goes to alert.
I'm just gonna comfort Muffin and tell her it's okay. It's expected. Everything is fine.
Okay. Okay, it calms, but it remains like in a alert state.
I'm basically going to be focusing my turns in these rounds on keeping her from reacting and then accidentally attacking my friends.
That's fine. I can say that that's what you're doing. Corax, we are back to you then.
Oh, then hopefully the container hasn't completely leaked out. Move it up a fraction so that I'm now the barrel of the gun's now below the previous hole. So there should still be some medium there to muffle the sound and fire off another shot.
Yeah, it's not the best suppressor. It's muffling it a little bit, but not a huge amount.
Yeah, and any suppression is good suppression.
Okay, and roll. Make your skill check, please.
Ooh. So just made it. If it's equal to, I'm good. It's a 7. If I need to go roll under, I'm screwed.
I am applying a +1 because of the improvised silencer. So is that a fail then?
Unless I can use a grit.
Yes, you can. Grit may be spent in this way after the dice are rolled.
In which case, I shall spend a grit to drop to improve my roll by 1.
Okay,
and
to offset the penalty. Yep. Okay, in which case that is a hit. Can you roll your damage, please?
That is 10 points.
10 points. Describe how you finish him, please.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's a big gun.
I can't remember if he actually got rid of his sandwich or not. If he hasn't, then he's still trying to find balance while recoiling from the first shot. The second shot goes through the sandwich, taking bits of bread into his mouth as it comes out the back of his head.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God, there's going to be a pickle stuck through the hole in the back of his skull.
No, he more or less finished the sandwich, but dear Lord, that's not a pleasant sight.
You're welcome.
That is one definition of a final meal.
The body of Orvan crashes to the ground, knocking over another couple of chairs as he does so. Those of you who are upstairs, can I have an awareness check, please?
My awareness is 8.
Yep, I would like checks from all of you, please.
Okay.
They don't have the skill. Is it just one die? No.
No, you roll both, but you need both of them to come up success in order to pass.
I have
what
a pass.
is under?
Awareness is under perception.
1 and a 7 for me with a perception of 8.
Yeah.
5 and an 8 with a perception of 8.
Passed 1, failed 1.
Okay, so silver in where as the sounds of the clattering furniture die away, Silver, sorry, not Silver, Volt and Korax on the very edge of hearing. You pick up you hear the sound of a lock clicking.
Looking around for where the door might be.
Okay. What you can see is the upstairs break room, which is pretty much as the camera feed showed it. What the camera feed didn't show was just beyond its field of vision. There is a doorway that leads into a corridor, and the sound came from somewhere within that corridor.
I think we found Rochelle, and this is going to hit us with time, so we need to move forward quickly.
We do indeed.
Oh. Yes, actually. You won't see it from where you are. Okay. That was all of like less than a minute, to be quite honest. So Demon is still working her way downstairs.
Right.
Head
Corridor's
upstairs.
the next move.
Go down the corridor. Try and locate the door that the clip came from. I'm guessing because other things have been labeled, the server room will actually have a label on it saying server room, because admin do that.
Okay.
Could be not.
So, you go through you go to the archway, to the corridor, and you see corridor goes left and right. At one end there is at either end of this shortened corridor there are doors. One is labelled, one isn't. One says servers / surveillance. The other door is unlabelled. And just to one side of you, you see a ladder going up to a hatch in the ceiling.
Well, hopefully the execs don't show up soon.
Hopefully not. Surveillance is the room I'm going to start moving towards because that's where we think Rochelle is.
Yep, same.
Yeah.
Would be handy if someone keeps an eye to the back one just in case.
I'm going to send a message to Demon to let her know which direction we're going, where the servers' rooms are, but also to keep an eye around corners because there's another door and the hatch that we saw from the rooftop up here. So, yeah. Basically keeping Demon informed so that Demon knows where to go when they finish up downstairs. Server room door locked.
Who is trying it?
Actually, is there like a badge plate? Is there an electronic plate for scanning badges too, or?
There is.
I'm gonna try the one that I have.
That's Marco's, isn't it?
Yeah, Marco's. I'm gonna try Marco's.
There is a negative buzz from the thing, and as you pull the card away, you hear a voice call out from behind the door. I don't know who you are, but leave now. I have called for the police. They will be here soon.
I messaged Demon that we need an electronic lock unlocked now.
Okay.
Cops are on the way.
I take it there is no way, even with hacking, I can get at it from down here.
No, you would have to be up there.
Okay, well, the first thing, immediately before I leave the desk then, the last thing I'm going to do is kill the phone lines.
Okay.
Tempting though it is, as I just said, to schedule a full maintenance breakdown for the flying car's garage. And then I will hightail it upstairs.
Okay. While you were doing that, yeah, the voice, would the voice be saying anything else? Yeah, she basically just keeps she kind of gives you, you've got 2 minutes to comply. Leave now.
Persuasion. We are getting in one way or another. You can comply with us, stand down, and let us in, and we will let you live. We will have this door open within seconds.
You might give her a minute. She's in heels.
I'm bluffing / deceiving / persuading. My allure is 9.
Your allure is 9, isn't it? What is her?
Mm.
Your allure is 9. Okay. So what tactic are you trying to intimidate her? Are you trying to deceive her?
Regardless of my words, I'm trying to deceive / persuade, mostly deception regarding how fast we can get through, but persuasion as in, look, we don't want to kill you, we just need in and out. So the less you hinder us, the higher your survival rate.
Intimidate comes off guts, I believe.
Yep.
It does come off guts.
My guts is 8, but I don't have intimidate.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, yes, I would like a guts roll, please.
That's a 1 and a 2.
Okay.
Love it. Show off.
There's a sort of like querulous tone to her. What are you after?
Information.
And you won't kill me?
Nope.
You'll let me
Unless
get out
you
of
make
here
a move.
alive?
Yep. But you need to turn away from the door so you can't identify those of us coming in.
Okay. You actually hear a click as the lock disengages.
All right. If she does attack, it's fair game. I'm not too terribly worried. I'm going to. Does the door open in or out?
The door opens in.
Okay. I am going to stand to the side and push it open with Corax ready.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. What you see is a desk with a number of monitors set up on it. Obviously, they're back to you. And standing to one side of the desk, up against the wall, is a female figure dressed the same way as the other guards that you encountered. You can see that on the desk is another taser pistol and a baton.
Good.
Behind
Good girl.
the desk are a couple of what are very clearly computer servers.
Silva, Corax, you keep an eye on her. I'm going to get to work on looking things up in the server until Demon gets up here. So
Okay, how
I am
long does
going.
it take me to get there?
Not long, like it's a minute or
Okay.
so to get up there.
Okay.
I'm going to access a physical terminal because I don't have jacks and stuff, but I do have chips for collecting data. There should be physical terminals for servers in here, correct?
There aren't.
Really? Well, shit.
The only thing you have access to here are the monitors. And it like
That's
it's
what I
a
meant by terminal, but there's no like keyboard along
no,
with the monitors.
all there is a kind of like joystick for limited movement of the cameras.
Okay.
So the
Oh, the security monitors.
yeah, the
Okay.
security
Okay.
monitors, yeah. But there doesn't seem to be a way of accessing the servers themselves from here.
Is there any way for me to plug the monitors and keyboard into any jacks in the servers? One of the servers?
No, you can see that there are basically jack-in terminals for basically computer folk.
Okay.
So if you
All right.
had
Well, I'll just have to.
yeah, if you had a rig or something that like to
Yeah,
jack into it, then yes, you could.
I'll just have to wait for Demon to get access to start putting things in the chips
Okay.
and fucking up the system. But it needs to happen fast because the mechanized cops are on the way.
Okay. As you're waiting, actually, awareness from you as you're looking around. There's no telephone line in here.
Oh, maybe. Well,
There's apart from the communicator on her belt.
the radio.
Yeah, there
Okay.
isn't a communications line. In here.
Checking the desk for a big red button or anything like that.
Nope.
Any bulges that show having a cell phone, a mobile phone?
Not that you can. Well, are you searching her then? No.
I'm just gonna ask. Do you have a mobile phone communicator / phone on you other than that radio?
Not on me.
Where is
A
it?
serious question then. Did you actually call the police? It makes no difference at this point.
No.
That's what I thought.
Awesome.
I
Excellent.
appreciate your honesty.
That makes it a lot easier. Is that when Demon walks in, hearing that the police aren't on their way?
Probably.
After getting out of breath, run. Oh God, running upstairs in heels.
So
I could just imagine the death looks coming out of Demon by that point.
Okay, I'm gonna stride in then.
Yeah. So you are faced with a bank of security monitors, and a control joystick to operate the cameras.
Right.
You can see that this is where the feeds come into, from what you had gleaned from the outside pylon, and you do have access to the servers, the servers for the building.
Right. Okay. I would very much like then to jack into said servers.
Right. You are jacking into the primary servers for this
I
building.
am. I am plugging my brain into the servers. Having messed up with their admin setup, I'm now going to mess with their data.
Before you mess with their data, can you download records, business records, or anything else file related to employment, specifically executives, for me?
I was just going to copy paste the entire lot, to be honest, and we can sort it out later.
That would be great. I just wanted to make sure that happened before you started destroying things.
Yeah, no. You need to destroy it.
Okay.
Destroying it just means that they can get back up to restore from the backup.
Right.
Okay, you jack in. and the familiar like the familiar data environment crops up. However, this time
I've
you
got
notice
toys.
there is a little bit more of resistance to you
They've actually
getting
got
in.
security.
Oh
my
no!
God.
Imagine that. Whatever shall we
Wow.
do?
Yeah.
So,
Everyone's
the
quite
the
sure why
environment
she's
is not
grinning.
as straightforward as you see, and kind of like the if we go kind of like old school, almost like reboot style,
Yeah.
a large wall of numbers basically blocks your way further into this server.
Okay.
As the like a giant wall of 1 zeros and hexadecimal code
Bless your little heart.
stretches as far as your virtual eye can see on this
Okay.
plane of data.
I am hoiking out my drill bit.
Okay, yes, drill bit will. So what you are facing for the chat is a data wall. Data wall is a piece of security software that servers can have. You need specific program to be able to attempt to bypass it. Drill bit is one such piece of software that will get you past code and data walls. So you do need a hacking check. Your hacking check will have a +1 modifier applied to it. So add 1 to all the results that you get to each die result.
Yeah, hang on a sec, sorry. No, I had to go back to drill bit, not drill bit mark 2, so yeah. Okay. Hacking check. I'm so glad I put the page numbers for everything on my equipment. So useful. Okay. Hacking is done on my brains. It is my speciality. I can't remember what that means, but okay.
It means that you can re-roll a die that does not show a 12.
Okay. Well, the 2 and the 3 I'll stick with.
So even with the +1 becomes a 3 and a 4, you have passed the test with flying colours. Yeah, you auger your way through a giant F, and the code wall kind of like fractures and crumbles under your competency.
There was a piece I don't think I have called Malfunction, which is quite fun. But I wish I could have afforded it. It's on my to-buy list.
That will certainly help in future, I suspect. Yes, Demon's roll ability is for hacking as well, and will allow. Yes. I think that allows you to use your grit in some way.
Hang on, I have it written down somewhere. I did have it written down. Hang on. Yeah, give me a sec.
Yes, you can spend a grit to re-roll a die that rolls a 12.
Yeah, that's it.
Actually, during any hacking skill test that is related to the core, this isn't technically core related.
Okay. So no, this is just a standard.
Yeah.
Not with 12s though.
So, digging around, you get access to a couple of things that obviously you weren't able to from the downstairs terminals. You have access to the local petty cash account, which would normally be accessed by coded credit chip. You have access to the backed up data for this office. Basically, anything more than a month old, you have records going back. You can see probably about 2 years worth of data is stored on this machine. You can find engineering data for the chemicals that were stored in the thing, including the ones that the concrete additives, which includes instructions for use and their safety data.
Yeah.
You have access to all of the security feeds recorded footage for the
Mm.
past
Oh, no.
3 months. You
Okay.
also discover that there are recordings for a camera that isn't listed on the data tablet or the security monitors.
Righty-ho.
That could be tasty.
This is
Okay.
a feed that, and in doing so, you also discover that there is another feed into this server that
Mhm.
was isolated from the terminals downstairs, and that leads down the corridor
Mhm.
and into the other room.
To the cell, I would imagine.
No,
Oh no, up
no,
here.
no, up here. The
Oh.
door at the other end, basically the room that's at the other end of this corridor.
Oh.
And that's where you are getting a secondary access feed. There is another access feed to the server from there, and a camera feed that was not being monitored.
Right.
But there are also recordings, and for that, basically, it records 3 months of cam footage.
Well, I'm grabbing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I am basically grabbing any data that I can get. Think of me as here with a large shop vac, and I'm just going to slurp it all up. I can work my way through it at a later date, or I
Yep.
can set up some programs to work their way through it.
Mm-hmm.
And once I have got it,
Yep.
I am going to overwrite the last 2 years of their files with the same images of a wet weekend in midwinter.
Oh God. Sure.
Yep. I am going to completely overwrite all of their timed recordings
Mm-hmm.
so that they have nothing. It's just a straight blank copy paste over the entire lot.
Mm-hmm.
Then, if I can from here access the maintenance schedules, I'm going to screw up the garage because just why not?
You can't do
Damn
anything from
it.
that.
I am, however, going to surface long enough to say there's something 2 doors down, a couple of doors down. There's a secret feed in there. You guys might want to check it out
Will do.
because it's going to take me a little while to
back all of this
finish
up.
my
Yeah.
manipulations.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
stay covering our friend here just to make sure that she keeps to her word and we keep to ours.
Okay.
Good, because
Silva?
if you do have to shoot her so she hits the wall, not any of this
No.
electronics, because blood's conductive.
We don't need to shoot her. She's been very cooperative.
She has been.
Yeah, I will comply.
Thank you.
I'm just a
I'm gonna-
paranoid sort and I like to make sure, but don't panic.
I'm going to go to the other door. Silva, you coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I open that door for them?
No, it is not
Okay.
electronic locked.
Okay.
It's a manual lock.
Yep.
I have
Sweet.
lockpicking as well.
You have lockpick as well?
Yeah. Although I think yours might be higher.
Lock
you
My
have-
perception is 8, so
Lockpick is on perception.
Yeah,
With an 8, you can easily pick the lock. That's not a problem.
I think possibly Drot's the only one of us that doesn't have lockpick.
well,
I was really, really stuffed for skills, okay?
That is fair. So, opening the door, you've basically come to the managerial office. This is the exec who runs the logistics office. His room. It is serviceable. Like it's nice. Like it's nicer than anywhere else in this office that you have come across. The carpet is it's carpeted, and it's reasonably soft and comfortable. The chairs, or the pair of chairs that are in here, both behind the desk and in front of it, look more comfortable than the ones you saw downstairs. The desk is nice. It's got faux wood. It's got a faux wood surface. There is a computer unit sitting on the desk. What else is there in this? There is a sofa. There is a drinks table, and what else? There is also a. There also looks like what looks like a clothing locker against the back wall. A couple of abstract art paintings adorn the wall because there are no windows up here.
Anything in here that's actually valuable, like worth reselling?
Do you have any artistic skill? Or what would like appraisal come under?
I don't know.
I've said
Right.
brains. Personally.
Yeah.
Or no, actually perception,
Actually-
given what else comes under perception.
Awareness, surveillance. Actually, no. Do you have barter?
I do.
And your allure is 9. Okay. Your
I love the defeated way that you say
no,
that.
no. Like that's what this system is designed for. Like
Mm.
if you have a high enough stat, you can avoid the roll. That's the point. That it's the people who are good at doing things do the things that they can do. But it doesn't stop people who aren't skilled or who aren't high statted from doing it as well.
Yeah.
It's just is there a role needed or not? Plus,
Right.
there is
right.
I always have the prerogative of assigning a role if I feel it is narratively worth it. So you suspect the art could be sold for a reasonable amount, but it's awkward. It would be awkward to get off. It would be awkward to take off the walls and get out of here.
I have a knife. What are you talking about? Pull the painting down, cut it out of the frame, roll it up.
Okay, if you want to, yeah, if you don't want the frame, then yeah, like the frames have worth themselves, but
Oh shit. Yeah, but it's the art mostly,
you
and
you could just take the art as well. Aside from that, no, there isn't really anything of like there are no objet d'art, there are no real personal effects. Like there's one picture on the desk, holo pic, one of those digital frames of the manager. Oh, actually, there is a name. There is a nameplate on the desk. The name of the manager is what is his name? What is his name?
Mr. I am fucked.
No, I had it written down, but I can't find it now.
Mr. recently dismissed from.
I mean, probably.
Edward Cullen.
No, here we are. Maurice Roulin.
Okay. Yeah, I will remove the prints from the frame and roll them up for easy carrying. You said that there was a computer on the desk, or was that?
Yeah, there is a computer. There is a computer. There are drawers.
In the drawers, are
clothing
there
cabinet or clothing locker?
For just the sake of checking, I'm going to check the drawers to see if there is a post-it in there with his password.
No, there isn't. But checking the drawers, you find 150 NEC in cash.
Shit.
Nice.
You find 2 TMP embossed cred chips.
TMP cred chips.
Yep. You find what you suspect is a personal credit chip.
Okay.
yeah, that's everything that's in the desk. If you want, there's no password to the machine, but you know from doing things like this, and from what Demon has told you, if time is of the essence, you just want to jack the driver.
Oh yeah,
from
yeah.
it.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pop the drive out, stick it in another pocket. It's good to have big jackets. Everyone should have big jackets and cargo pants because pockets.
So the only other thing of potential interest is the clothing locker that is on the back wall.
I'll pop it open and see if there's anything in there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sarah. Go.
So I have just a rifle through the clothing locker.
Sure. Inside, there are 2 items of clothing. One is a very smart suit. Looks like it's corporate wear for special occasions, but it is a complete 3-piece suit with tie and cufflinks.
Potentially armored.
You have a look. It would count as tactical clothing if you wanted. So it's that level of armor, light armor. So
Okay.
yes, it has got the special armored fibers woven into it. It is an exec's suit, basically. The other item in there is a battered and dirty twill military-style jacket.
Oh, I know who that belongs to. I'm gonna grab the jacket.
Okay. Are you having a look at it, or are you just going to grab
Yeah, I'm gonna
it?
have a look at it, see if there's any names or insignia that's recognizable.
Okay. Over the right breast, there is a name patch which says Rigel. Rigel. And it sits above an area of torn stitching, which suggests that there was an insignia patch or something has been removed from underneath the name badge. You also notice that some embroidery below that has been unpicked. But looking at it carefully, you notice that the embroidery would have spelt out the letters BCSF.
Okay.
And also, on the around the cuffs in faded thread, there look to be small stylized images of open books.
Oh, there's no way this can be sinister in any way.
I'm wondering if this is something similar to another piece of information that I started with.
So, that is what you
yeah.
get from looting this office.
I'm gonna toss the jacket over my shoulder. All right, Silva. Let's see if Demon is done, so we can go grab our last package and head out.
Yeah, I don't think the suit's worth taking.
Yeah, probably not. We could leave the guy at least some dignity.
Do that.
It's more an insult to injury. Like,
I mean, yeah,
Nick the clothes off his back. That's the way to go.
I mean, the suit is worth a couple of $100 neck. So.
Oh, Silva, grab it.
Yeah.
Hey, Anne.
Yeah, a couple hundred neck is a couple hundred neck.
Yeah.
As I say,
I'm trying very hard to stay out of it because, of course,
Yeah.
I'm busy messing things up.
This is a bespoke exec armored suit.
I was thinking in terms of usefulness directly to us.
Okay.
I can find someone to sell the pictures. I don't know about selling an executive suit, but hey.
Look, the fabric can always be recycled if nothing else.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I knew you knew someone who was into fashion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So, you make your way back to the server room, where Demon is finishing up their.
Essentially stuck a digital blender in this thing.
Yeah.
I haven't destroyed much,